stream frame right. Okay, looks like we're good to go. With another week, here we go. Good morning, gang. Good morning, gang. But what's this? This is a Monday, so why is the camera outside? Usually the camera goes outside on weekends when the camera won't be here. Usually the camera's outside on weekends, or not usually, sometimes. Today's effectively a weekend. It's a 3-day holiday here, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So Cameron won't be here. It's a national holiday. Like, I guess he doesn't get enough, whatever. It's okay. Okay, let's see. It's also going to be a crazy day for us here. Crazy day. We've got 4 parties booked, and the staff is not so many staff, so we're going to be going nuts. And I've got an appointment tonight. It's a business meeting. A paper wholesaler is coming tonight with some guests from Italy. So it's going to be one very, very, very long day. The parties, they just don't give up. We've got 4 of them, and they're almost all sold out too today. They just don't stop. It's good news, I guess. Good news, but. Also, I don't remember if we were chatting about it. When Cameron was here the other day, we were talking about business and stuff and this and that. And I'm not sure if we chatted about it on the stream. Over the past few years, we've had staggering growth, and all the numbers, the sales, and all that stuff. Numbers are they just never stop going up. That seems to have stopped as of last month, and we're trying to figure out what's happening. Last month was the first time ever when the monthly revenue was lower than the same month of the year before. We're sort of looking at everything, trying to figure out what we're doing wrong. Has another print shop opened up next door, something like this? No. And we think we understand what's happening is that last year, just around this time in midsummer, running right through towards the end of the year, the documentary movie was running, of course, in airplanes all over the world, Air France, KLM, Lufthansa, all kinds of airplanes. And that brought in so many people. And we heard it every day. People came in the door, they said, I saw the documentary, blah, blah, blah. So the figures we've had over the past year, we figured, oh my God, sales are going up. Some of that was organic growth, but a great amount of it, clearly now, well, we knew it at the time, a great amount of it was a bubble from the documentary. And the doc's gone out. It was off the airplanes as of the beginning of this year. So bit by bit, it's faded out. So we're now in a sort of a post-bubble environment. The business is still good. We're still growing. We're still doing things really well. But we're at the back end of a bubble that has finished. There's nothing we can do about it. We can't control that documentary. We can't make it happen. But it's going to be a bit sad for us now. The sales figures the next few months and the next half a year or so are all going to show, if not a decrease from last year, they're going to show not so good increase. So it's sort of a bit of a mental downtime for us now this next while. And last month, June, was the first month in that sequence. You can't help it, when there's a bubble, you sort of drink from it while it's there. Nothing you can do, But you recognize it's going to stop. Now, we didn't do anything strange. We didn't build our business model on it, assuming that revenue was going to be there forever and ever and ever. My taxes last year were very high. This year they're going to be quite a bit lower. Everybody's on Tokyo time, are they? So what do we got here this morning for work? After I sharpen here, we've got the usual carving. I'm still working away at the text on the Octopus print. I don't have any special show and tell. The auctions have been quiet for me for the past few weeks. There is one item I got a couple of nights ago that might be coming today, but not really interesting to show and tell. Other work I've got to do some cleaning on Doi Hunger prints. Another batch came in yesterday, and some of them are really dirty. That's not really interesting to do on the stream, I think. I don't know. It's rainy out there, it's too bad. Something else too, we mentioned our sales this year are down on year. And part of it's the weather. The weather has been really, really rainy now the last few weeks. At the beginning of the rainy season, around the beginning of June, we were thinking, wow, no rain this year. But simply it was waiting. And there's been rain, endless rain here now every day in Tokyo for quite a while. It doesn't really affect us all that much because not a huge percentage of our business comes from casual shoppers walking down the street. People who have come to Japan on vacation, they still can't see us, whether it's a rainy day or not. So rain doesn't hugely hurt us to the extent it hurts some of the restaurants and stuff nearby. But it does cut it down. Yeah, it's not really supposed to be rainy season. By now the rainy season is supposed to be kind of done and moving into summer, but it's still wet and drizzly. Okay, here's the work. You know what we're doing. There's people watching the stream who can never remember a time when I wasn't working on this same print. I'm sure their whole knowledge of me is all wrapped up with this single print design. Dave Bull, the guy who spends 5 years making a single print. Yeah, right. Where are we here? Somewhere there. Okay, is that better? Well, you say close to the end of the wall of text, but I don't know. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows left, plus the part down at the bottom here where the little guy has his say. So I don't think we're close yet. Okay, let me get to this a little bit. Not sure what other news and stuff there is to chat about. I know the Cats series, Neko Cats, is coming along. Finally, we've got a bunch of people now. I think there's 12 people now working on the stage 2 designs. I'm nowhere near full. I need many more applications still. I think I'll be trying to post about it a bit later. Although there are hundreds and hundreds of applications, there's still Nowhere near enough for me to find a complete set from. There's also too, I got an email the other day, not last night, 2 or 3 days ago, after I posted a new bunch on the Neko Hake, on the 8 Views update page. Somebody posted about what I had done and said, my God, some of those are so bad, they're just so trivial. I can do better than that. What's wrong with my, the one that they had sent in? Because they'd sent in something that was, more artistic, perhaps, I guess, I don't know. So I just had to reply that at this point, we're not looking for high art at this point. We're looking for ideas, concepts. And what we do with them, we're going to translate them and maybe draw them better. Maybe the finished print that comes from one of these people at stage 2 is going to be totally different. Because I'm writing to them, talking to them on Skype, explaining, what's good about this, what's bad about this, what needs to be changed. And yet some people have taken that update page and looked at it and assumed that that's what the finished print is going to look like. And it's just not even remotely close. So what I was looking at for these designs was the idea. Why is the cat there? Why is the theme there? How do those two things work together? In one case, it's on that page already. I wrote to the person and said, look, your idea is great, but it's sort of the execution. And he wrote back sort of happy that I had chosen him, and he wasn't upset that I was criticizing his drawing ability. And we discussed the idea of handing this off to another person for working out as a finished design. And paying him an idea royalty and paying that person a drawing royalty, whatever, just working it out. And he was totally okay with this. So those of you who are looking at those images on the update page, please keep an open mind about this. These are seeds. Actually, there, rainy day, it's going to be quiet at the show. This is a long weekend, but still with a rainy day. So here's linking to the Cats page update page. Somebody's linked it there. I got to mention the first image that's shown on that page. It's for evening snow, And it's one that we've taken to calling ourselves, we're calling it Kiso Cats. The first image on that page, do you guys understand the reference that the designer has used to make that print? Which I don't have my browser open, so I can't paste a link in here right now easily. No, not Mount Rushmore. Okay, the guy has drawn a picture of cats sleeping as mountains. Somebody Google up Hiroshige Kiso, Kiso. Google Hiroshige Kiso mountain snow, something like this, and you'll come up with an image of not one of those prints. I know the ones you're thinking about. The face comes out of the bodies. That's Kuniyoshi. No connection with this one. That's another idea, but no connection with this one. Somebody Google up Hiroshige Kiso mountains snow, and then find the link to an image. It's a triptych by Hiroshige with 3 prints side by side. Look at that thing, and then come back to this. Got it? And now, when I received that image from this gentleman, the evening snow image, you can see why I was so excited about that. I was so jealous when I saw that image. It's Randy Hall, a tattooist in North Carolina. I was so jealous when I saw that because it's, after you see it, it's so obvious. I mean, it's obviously, he's the guy who had the idea, but I was just so upset with myself not to think of that idea myself, you know. I see my name in lights here. What's this? Do you know if Ayumi-san is working on new prints in the Ghost series? Yes, she is. She is. There's various news to talk about that. We had chatted about that a while ago, that we were going to print some of them here. Kawai-san was going to work on it. So Ayumi-san would be free to work on new prints while we printed her older ones here. Without wanting to get into too many of the dirty details, I have to say that that project didn't actually work out. We did a batch of one of her older ones. It was the ghost one with the woman, the skeleton walking in the graveyard. And although we at our end, myself and the person that printed them, although we thought they were beautifully done, Ayumi-san decided that she didn't want to let go after all. And she's going to hold on to all the production herself. And that first batch of prints that we made has been disposed of. And she's going to do them all herself from now on. So it's going to be a long wait for any more prints in her Ghost series. I'm sorry, that's her choice at the end of the day. I think it's a foolish decision, but whatever. I can just keep quiet. So yeah, she's working on a new one, and she's also working on printing the old ones, and it's going to be a very long gap between both of those now, whenever they come out. And we won't be carrying the prints in our shop. She's going to do them as guest prints. And the idea was that we were going to put them under the Moko Hong Kong publishing label. We would print them. We'd be responsible for them. it turned out that she and I couldn't agree on what made a good print and whatever. So it's not going to happen. There's going to be no Mokuhankan editions of her prints. So you found the kiso, yes. I'm not sure about when Aisa makes more prints, I don't know. I know almost certainly, well, she has no other way to sell them, so I'm sure she's going to ask me to put them here as guests again. The problem was that last time she did that, she priced them extremely low. They were 7,000 yen each, of which she took the lion's share because we were not trying to make money on them, we were trying to help her out. And at the end of the day, we were actually, at Mokuhankan, we were losing money in each one after we did the packaging and shipping and everything else. So, and given that her approach to the batch that we made, I'm not really inclined to be all that super friendly about the next batch. So I don't know, we'll see. The price will have to go up, I think. We can't give away free prints here at Mokuhankan. So I don't know. There's been some difficult thing between me and her on this. So we'll see what happens. The paper is up. Yes, thank you, thank you. Late though. Give me a break. Ask me earlier than that, because when I forget, I forgot the other day. Was it yesterday or Saturday? I actually forgot, and just made it in time. I remembered somehow. Ran up there, and I got it out of the pack about a half an hour before they came. And because it's hot weather, that was okay. So yes, please don't forget to ask me, because I am in no way still reliable on that. It's your duty to ask me that question every day. Who's printing today? It's on Sugasan and A-chan. And they're both doing back numbers today. Sugasan just finished her batch of the August print, the T Fields August print. And the 9th print is not ready yet from Chonsan. It'll be coming in, maybe coming in today, the blocks. So as an intermediary, she's finished some back numbers. You know the print we've got? It's a girl riding a bicycle with her hair flowing out behind. She's doing that today. And A-chan is doing some back numbers of portraits prints, I think. I think she's doing Link today. I'm not really quite sure. Did Susan just arrive? I heard somebody. I don't know, somebody went up the stairs behind me. So, yeah. I got her paper out. She's such a good kid, you know. I'll tell you, she's such a good kid. We have something happening this coming up Friday related to Sugasan. She spoke to me a few days ago. She herself worked in a different workshop many years ago. We've talked about this in the videos. When Cameron interviewed her in a video, she talked about her previous job. She worked in another workshop, I think it was 3 or 4 or 5 years, I don't know. And then the work was just no fun, so she gave up. And she was out for, I don't know, 10, 12 years or something. She worked in shiatsu massage and stuff like that for a while. Then it would have been 2 or 3 years ago, she heard from a friend of a friend or whatever that she had known in the previous workshop that we were looking for printers, wanting to one another, and she came to us a couple of years ago. The same thing is happening again now. One of the other people she knew in that workshop years ago has been out of it, I guess, and is now looking for work, and she is now the person who is introducing this person. Hey, you know, there's a workshop here in Mokohankan that is a kind of interesting place to work. So that person is coming to see us on Friday afternoon. And we're going to have a meeting here, actually, and we're going to go out for dinner together. And it'll be a bunch of people who used to work in that other workshop and who are now working for us. So it's Suga-san, Kubota-san, Yamamoto-kun. We're going to go, they're going to come here first for a meetup, and then we're going to go have dinner together. Along with this other new person who is going to, I guess, from his point of view, he's going to be checking us out, I suppose. And it's not a job offer, we're just simply, it's just we're going to meet him and see what he's like, and he's going to see us, and we're going to tell lies to each other and whatever, see what happens, and go from there. But there's a seed of a possibility that it might lead to having another printer working here. We'll see. It's too soon to count the chickens. How long before the little postcard prints you showed recently become available? You mean the new Hiroshige ones from the old Takamizawa blocks? It's waiting for me. It's on my desk. The packaging is ready to roll. I have to write the little story that goes inside the packages, and then we got to get that translated into Japanese. It's on my desk. What does that mean? Sorry. Anyway, it's waiting for me, so I'm sorry. They're not in the catalog yet. So. I should actually put that on my list. Hang on a second. Where's today's work list? Excuse me a second. I don't seem to be able to find my job list for today. Oh, here it is. Let's do that. Let's put that on the list. Okay, who knows? Like I'm going to have time to do that today with all these parties coming in. But anyway, it's on the list, so. There's the hotel vacuum cleaners again. They really have upgraded. I think they've got a much stronger vacuum cleaner than before. You're asking about the air conditioning and stuff and heating and whatever in modern buildings, and it's still all over the map, you know. And any given, like a skyscraper downtown, of course, has complete systems built into it, same as in any place in the world. But other than that, it's still scrappy. There's a new hotel just built, and I've been watching it. The top floors are visible from my room where I sleep here. So I've been sort of watching the last bits of construction over the past few months here. And it's 12, 11, 12, 13-story building, somewhere around there. It's a hotel. And yet the rooms, you can see there's an air conditioner outside every single room hanging on the wall. And it's got pipe going inside. So the building itself, at least all the rooms and stuff where people sleep, have no built-in type structure for air conditioning. They stick an air conditioner on the wall. The windows don't open, it seems. I just, whatever. I just don't get that. I still can't believe building a 12-story major building with no internal system of air filtering, cleaning, heating whatsoever. Just each of the rooms upstairs has its own thing stuck on the wall. I don't know, it's just a mindset still that's here. So. It's really quiet out there, nah? Obviously because of the rain. A lot of the business around here are not happy today because it was going to be a really nice, exciting, long weekend. But so be it. It's the rainy season. We're 2 weeks away from the big fireworks festival. What's today? Today's Monday. I think last Saturday, 2 weeks away from last Saturday, is the giant Sumidagawa Hanabi Taikai, the giant fireworks festival here. That's coming up on, is it Friday evening or Saturday evening? Saturday evening, I think. And who knows, lots of years it gets totally rained out. So. We're not planning a staff get-together for that one. We've done it the last 2 years in a row, and both times it's been rained out, so nobody has much enthusiasm for it this time. So what we did this summer is, we had it last Tuesday. Last Tuesday we had a staff get-together over at a new restaurant I found a while back, and we had a very nice party last Tuesday night. And it wasn't all the staff. The ladies who live in Ome, who have kids, they didn't come because it was too far for them. When we have a party downtown, they can't commute in, leave their family at home and go home. So. But all the people who live in town came. Very nice party, very nice food. Yeah. The trees you see, there's one tree in front of the cafe that's on the street here. All the other greenery you see is in the temple gardens. And even that tree right above where the guy is walking right now, the tree on the right-hand side, right above the umbrella now, that tree, that's in the temple gardens. That's the final end. Those buildings you see there, they're only two something meters deep, 6 or 8 feet deep. They were originally little shacks that were on the outside of the gardens temple wall. They were put there after the war. They were relocated from the area in front of Sensoji Temple. They were kicked out when the temple was cleaned up before the Olympics. The Sensoji reconstruction happened in the late 50s, 57 or 58, I think it came up to life. And the old bars and stuff were still hanging around it, but they were kicked out at the time when the town was cleaned up for the Olympics. So, and there was a big, I guess at the time there was a major, kerfuffle about it. And they were given that space. They were allowed to use the outside of the garden wall as a temporary sort of place to put their pubs, outdoor drinking stalls. And they're still there now, 2019, they're still there. They've gradually kept building on the spot, trying to expand, and the city has pushed back. And just in the few years I've been here, has been another pushback. Because a lot of those businesses had built out and out and out into the street. And there was a measuring day. Some people came from City Hall, I guess at some point, did some surveys, and pushed them back. And since I've been here, this has happened. And they've had to rip down a bunch of rooms that they had built out front, and they've ripped down some awnings and stuff like that came out into the street too far. So right now the street is very clean. You can see, stand and look down the street, and you can see all the buildings have exactly the same frontage where they've been trimmed back. And I guess the way over the next 5, 10, 15 years again, they're going to creep forward, build this, build an extension, build a patio, build this. And the city will have another survey somewhere down the line. Right now it's trim time. It's like having a haircut. They've just had their haircut right now. So. And inside the gardens too, the temple gardens are normally open every spring, but they're closed this year because of construction. The temple itself in there has been taken apart. It's gone actually at the moment. There's a project happening with money from the national government and Tokyo and the temple themselves, and they shrouded the temple, Denboying. They shrouded it. This would be what, 2 years ago, I guess? And they built a scaffold around it and a big roof over it, and then bang, they took it apart, and it's gone. You can see through gaps in the scaffolding that the temple doesn't exist anymore. And what they've done is what they're doing. They've taken each piece of wood one by one, they're fixing it, replacing the rotten pieces and whatever, and they'll put the whole thing back together like a puzzle. The money they must spend on that kind of stuff, my God. It's teams of workmen, hundreds of workmen, swarming over the thing for a period of 2-3 years. Taking it apart stick by stick and then putting it back together. I can't imagine it totally. All for an organization that doesn't pay taxes. What a scam. So you guys are among some of the people who've submitted ideas, I guess. I know what I'm doing myself, I know the script I wrote for the system is an upload script. You know, when you go to the application page and you put in your picture, its name and email and which theme you're shooting for. And I had to put that in because lots of them, I can't even tell what theme they're in actually when I look at the pictures. And then what the upload script does is it does two things. It adds all the information to a database here. It creates a unique ID. So everybody gets a unique ID in the background of the system. Then it uploads the information to a database with a name and the ID and blah, blah, blah stored. Then it puts all the images into 8 buckets, one for each of the themes. And I've got a script at this end where I just browse those images. But I've done it, of course, without people's names. So when I'm browsing the images each day, the stuff that was uploaded last night, or when I want to go on back in time and look and see what was uploaded over the past few weeks, I just get a stream, a scroll of the images themselves, with no identifying data. You know. I didn't specifically plan it that way. I should look at the image without knowing who it is just to make sure I do this fairly. I didn't actually think in those terms. But it turns out that way, so when I'm looking at images, there's nothing else to distract. I just see that. There's the idea. Do I put it into my next stage bucket or not? And I've got a 2-stage process. There's the big, huge bucket where all the stuff is in there right from the beginning. Then I've got a system where I can just sort of flag it. That one looks sort of worth looking at. The idea is go to the person who can really draw whatever. This is not selection for stage 2. This is just simply put a check mark on that. Like you do with photographs, I guess, right? You put a check mark on your photographs so you can see which ones to come back to easily. And then over the past week, what I've been doing is going through the ones that were checked off and now picking people to go through for stage 2. And at that point, I look in the database, who is this? Look at their past work and stuff like that. So those of you out there watching the stream now, those of you who have sent in images, actually I don't know what they look like. I know if if there's an upload failure, I get the message about that, of course. The script sends me a note, and usually it's people, the image was too large. They sent an image that was too large, or it was a PNG or something. I clearly said on the form, what did I say? I think it's 2 megabytes JPEG. And if people can't follow instructions to that point, then they're not going to be the kind of person that can make woodblock prints, you know. So that's a kind of a filter. If they can't even follow that simple instruction, then that's too bad. It's also in the entries to this thing. There's been a few jokes. There's probably some people on the stream, I don't know, whatever. And there's one that just immediately reminded me of when I was like 10 years old in school or something. I don't even know. There was a joke. Canadian kids, whatever. There's a white piece of paper and you draw 3 dots in a triangle and it's your polar bear in a blizzard, you know, and then the next kid, he writes the white page and there's 1 dot and he says there's a polar bear in a blizzard with his eyes closed, you know. And then of course you put right back just a blank piece of paper, there's a polar bear in a blizzard with his eyes closed, blowing his nose in a piece of Kleenex, you know, I mean, whatever. And I've had that. I've had the white cat lying in the snow in a blizzard, you know, and like, thanks people, I'm really going to run with this one, evening snow, 8 cats, you know. Whatever, it's worth a smile, I guess. Whatever. distance again. Ta 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 ta. Was that Dei-chan coming in? Somebody said? I didn't. Which direction does she come from? I don't really know. Young girl with a little backpack? It would have been Dei-chan. She's so soft and quiet. I didn't hear anything on the stairs. Okay, see the comments here. If you're worried that something didn't come through, just send me an email or send Cameron an email and we can check. It's okay. I wasn't trying to be super sarcastic, we're just dumping stuff on the ground. But if you have sent stuff in and you're not sure whether we saw it or not, it's okay. I'm not a monster. Just send me an email and tell me what you sent and we'll check. If you're worried about it. Or ask Cameron. No problem. I suppose what I could do is rewrite the script so that after the upload is done, it sends you your little code number, and then with a URL, and you can access the database yourself just to confirm that it's there. But I don't know. I'm not sure how much time I should spend on bulletproofing it. Maybe if I get time tonight, I'll do that. That might be a good idea. Are the crows active today more than normal, or is it just because it's so quiet out there, they're more noticeable? I don't know. Oh, Hosono-san, my God, is it that time already? Are you early, or are we at the end of the street?
I'm early today.
9:15, you're a bit early, yeah, okay. I think the printer's up. Sugi-san went upstairs a while ago, and I think Rei-chan went up. They said they saw Rei-chan on the camera.
Okay.
Go here, they saw already that you. Here, Chihiro-san.
I'm famous already?
You're famous already. We have the camera today, because Cameron's not coming today. We usually have the camera on the counter here, right?
Yeah.
Did you see it outside?
Yeah, I see it. I saw
So you, when you walked up, she's going to say hello again. Oh! We saw your knees. It's nothing. It doesn't matter. It's okay. It's going to be busy, I'm sorry. So we had a special request from some people. It's their last day in town. Yeah, like what am I going to say? Too bad, you should have booked it earlier, but you can't say that. They're asking their fans, it's their last day in town. What happened? They just expected to book a party like tomorrow. And they didn't think about it. And he went to the website, it's all sold out. And the guy said, oh my God, I didn't know. I can tell you, if you're going to book a party, book it months in advance.
That's right.
So long story short, so this person asked yesterday, can we have a special fill-in? So we looked at the staff, and it's 3 veterans today, right? It's Hosono-san. Who else is here? Yeah. Good. So it's 4 parties, so we'll do 1 each, can I?
That's right.
Pardon me?
I know, one of us is a little bit nervous, but I think she can.
Oh, she's okay.
Yeah, she has to experience.
Yeah. It's really quiet out there today, the show, because of the rain. Long weekend Monday, it's supposed to be buzzing. It's coming to life bit by bit. Oh, Kira-san too. I didn't know you were going to be here today.
Yeah.
Cameron's off, and it's an actual holiday today, so I wasn't sure.
That's okay. Morning. Nanti kami natin yung kapag...
まあいいですよ、どうぞ、いいよ。
はい。
どうぞ、入っていいよ。You can come in, it's alright.
着物屋さんは何時からやる？
あ、着物屋さん、隣、そうですね、9時半からかな。
着物屋さんじゃない。こっちで待ってよ。
She's looking for the kimono next door.
No. Wait, Aoyama-san's helping.
Okay. I didn't hear what she said. I thought she said Nanji aitemasu ka. But before that she said kimono yasan. I didn't hear that part of it. Second.
言いづらい。
なんか多分店の予想
Oyama-san's there too. Soka, soka. Hi, hi. Yeah, action's happening, so stuff's going. Good morning, Oyama-san. Okay, looks like too much is going away to get this done. Hi, hi, hi. Okay, where are we? What's going on? Okay, this is a Monday morning. It's actually the end of my week. Tuesday's our closing day, so for me the week ends with Monday evening. We've got a long, long, long day happening here. 4 print parties. It's going to be crazy. It's a lot of people here. Okay, so we'll shut this down. I'll be back here again, same time, same station on Wednesday morning. As far as I know, Cameron will be here. We'll have a normal stream. What will I be doing? Either more of this carving or some show and tell, because packages should be arriving today and tomorrow. We'll see. No idea. Figure that out at the time. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Very, very quiet stream today. Nothing special going on, both inside and outside. See you again Wednesday morning. Thank you very much. And now I got to get going. It's going to be a long, long, long day. Big business meeting tonight as well. Thanks again. Bye-bye. See you then. Okay, Ken. See you later. Thanks for watching.